Cox Cable Channel 8 presents the 1992 South Coast High School Football Game of the Week. Tonight's game is brought to you by
Memorial Stadium as we present another South Coast High School Football Game of the Week here on KCOX Channel 8. Good evening, everybody. I'm John Martini along with Rick Stark. Although the Santa Barbara High School Dons are 7-2 and the Dos Pueblos Chargers are 1-8, this game has serious implications for both squads. DP would like to win their second of the season. They only defeated Hueneme, and for the Dons, Rick Stark, this is really a CIF playoff game.
That's right. Four teams are log-jammed at 4-2 in the Channel League, John. If they win here tonight, they almost guarantee themselves the chance of making the CIF playoffs. This is a team at one point that was 7-0. They've dropped their last two games. They're facing their crosstown rivalry, Dos Pueblos. A lot on the line tonight. Meanwhile, the Chargers, a lot of seniors, they do not want to go out with another 1-9 season.
We'll start with Santa Barbara. The Royals.
Linebacker position before the Dons, number 34, Casey Cloud, and number 64, David Brugo.
Why not? This team is averaging 28 points a game. They have a very explosive offense. Orlando Bolden, Armando Jimenez, Dustin Spencer, those guys are for real. Meanwhile, the Charger defense is giving up about 32 points a game, John. So they better be on their best game tonight if they're going to stop the Dons.
And with Walker out, you suggest that Spencer will throw the ball. He needs only 116 yards to break Randall Cunningham's Santa Barbara High School career passing mark. That could fall tonight. On the Dos Pueblos side, it looks like it'll be Armando Gonzalez to Dan Pena.
Absolutely. That combination has been their best combination. Gonzalez comes in here with 1,230 yards and 9 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Pena, their only threat, has 700 yards and 6 touchdowns. So that definitely has worked. On the good side for Dos Pueblos, Sith Odenarth is coming off his best game of the season. 146-yard performance with 2 touchdowns. So you can look to Dos Pueblos to try to get a running game going because they're going to have to establish that to keep the Dons honest here tonight.
The Dons, coming off that emotionally draining 32-13 loss in the big game to San Marcos, may try to strike quick early tonight. That could be a problem for the Dos Pueblos secondary. They're very young.
They are very young, and like you said, this Dons offense is explosive. The Chargers come in here 1-8, John. You would think maybe they would be down, but they're sky high for this one. This is their crosstown rival, and they don't like the Dons very much. They do not want to go out of here 1-9 for the 3rd time in a row. So you can look for the Chargers to be pumped up, try to get a good game out of their whole offense and defensive unit, and maybe they can hang and pull off an upset. That's what they're going to try to do.
Well, the Chargers certainly looking for the victory. As you see, the 1-8 Dos Pueblos Chargers go out on the field behind us. This is the 22nd meeting of this rivalry. Santa Barbara holds a 12-9 advantage. They have won the last 4. In fact, Rick, the last Dos Pueblos victory was in 1987 by the score of 2-0. So both the Dons and Chargers look for an exciting contest. For Rick, I'm John. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the opening kickoff right after this. Santa Barbara takes over 1st and 10 at the 31. This is Hernandez, Adrian, for a short gain around the right side of about 3. That will bring up 2nd down and 7.
John, it's key for the Dos Pueblos Chargers to get off early on defense, to shut the Don running game down, force them to go to the air. Dons are going to try to come right at the Chargers, and why not? They are a lot smaller than them.
There's the offensive set. Brad Blakeney, Marcus Unzueta, the juniors on that fine Don offensive line. The secondary, as we mentioned on the pregame show, will be tested tonight. Orlando Bolden this season with 11 touchdowns, 9 receiving 2 on kickoff returns, including the scintillating 94-yarder last week against San Marcos. Armando Jimenez is a consistent receiver. He's caught 6 touchdown passes this year.
Orlando definitely explosive. And like you said, if you key too much on Chirlando, you got to watch out for Jimenez. Every time they shut Chirlando down, Jimenez has big games, so you got to watch out for him as well.
2nd down and 12, the ball at the 29, and this breaking through is Adrian Hernandez around left end, 40-45, and he's finally dragged out of bounds right near midfield. Pair of Dons in on the play. Dan Pena, the wide receiver, getting some early action on defense for Dos Pueblos, but a nice pickup, 20 yards by Adrian Hernandez.
Don't expect anything fancy from Lito Garcia's club early. They are going to try to establish the run, something they could not do against San Marcos in the game they lost big.
Keep your eye on Spencer, of course. That career record could be broken tonight. Here's Ray Walker, who did not start, but immediately sees action after a 2-yard pickup into Dos Pueblos territory.
Hard to keep your almost 1,000-yard rusher out for too long, and you can expect to see Ray to get the bulk of the work tonight as he goes out right now. But he is coming close to another 1,000-yard season. Came in tonight, John, with 969 yards. So he's definitely a good running back, slasher, cutter type.
Walker last season, 1,101 yards and 7 touchdowns. As you look at the Dos Pueblos defense, they will be tested tonight. 2nd down and 8. Spencer over to Bolden on the left side. A little flat pass and a nice tackle there.
Dan Rice made the stop, and that's that's a big play for Dan. He's guarding touchdown Chirlando, and he's going to have to play him tight. As you take a look at it, he's not taking too many chances, John. He doesn't want to get beat by Chirlando. He's giving him some room, but makes the nice tackle, wraps him up. And that's something the Chargers have to do on defense. They have to wrap these Dons up. They can't do the arm tackles because that's what they've been doing all season long, and they've been paying for it on the scoreboard.
We've seen the speed of Jimenez and Bolden time and time again, and Spencer will try to get them on man-to-man coverage. They will measure for the 1st down, and it looks to be just past the nose of the football. Bolden with a nice gain of 8, just enough to move the chains for Santa Barbara at the 41 of Dos Pueblos. We're just underway from Valley Stadium. John Martini with Rick Stark. Why don't you settle back and enjoy this final regular season contest on KCOX. Spencer with the call. Gives to Eric Holguin. He got the start tonight due to Walker's 1-play absence from the starting lineup, Rick. He is in there early for Santa Barbara.
And like we said, they're going to try to establish the run. They could not do it against San Marcos last week. I believe total yards they had 53. And Dustin Spencer, a great running quarterback, had 3 rushes for -2 yards. So you can expect them to try to establish that running game. It's key to Santa Barbara. Their 2 losses, they couldn't establish the running game.
2nd and 8 from the 38. The fake give to Sato, and taking it himself is Spencer up the middle, breaks free. He could go. A nice tackle there by Honold. Saved a touchdown, but a great breakaway run by Dustin Spencer.
And that's where Dustin is, he's dangerous, John. The open field, he's pretty big for this league. He can break tackles. He's got excellent speed. In fact, if he goes on to college ball, I would look for him to be a cornerback, maybe a quarterback. He's having a great season. As you can see right there, breaks 2 tackles, keeps those legs moving, and that's what you have to do. Honold, nice stop, but it looks like there's a clip, John, so nullify that gain and bring it back.
The good run and tackle by Honold is all for naught. Indeed, the penalty will make it 2nd and 9. Here's the pitch to Hernandez around the right side, but he is cut down immediately for Dos Pueblos. Rafael Haro on the stop. Nice play by the defensive back. He's only 5'4", Rick, and 139 pounds, but he knows how to tackle.
Haro is tough. He's had some good defensive play this season. Blocked the punt last week, and Haro's a tough customer. You might be small, but you can't push him around.
We've seen Dos Pueblos fall behind early often this season. Now 3rd and 9 from their own 39. They'd like to hold the Dons on this play. Spencer into the pocket. Rush coming. Throws over the middle to Jimenez. Breaks free. He's at the 15-10, and he will score. Armando Jimenez gets the Dons up early. Beautiful pass on the 3rd and 9 play from Dustin Spencer. He started with 116 yards to go. He just picked up 39 of those on that play.
That was just a great pass and catch by the Dons right there. We take a look at the replay. Watch Jimenez come across the middle from his right side, and he makes a great catch. Goes up on the ladder, John, right there. As you can see, he had to go high for it, and he goes easily across for the score. And Dustin Spencer, he is concentrating tonight, 2 for 32, 46 yards.
The extra point by Sandro Preciado is up and good, and with 8:49 left to play in the first quarter, it's the Dons up early, 7-0 over the host Dos Pueblos Chargers.
And that's not going to bode well for the Chargers. They had to come in here and show they can hang with the Dons on the field, and here the Dons march it right down their throat on the first possession. And they find themselves down 7-0 right now, John, something they're familiar to this year. They've been outscored by 59 points in the first quarter, so 7-0 to the Chargers. They're kind of used to it, but this team really needs to get something going offensively. They cannot, on this when they come on the field, they cannot go 3 plays and out. That's sending the Dons a message that we don't belong on the field with us. So.
Well, sometimes Santa Barbara doesn't even take 3 plays to score, so with that quick strike offense, the Dons do know how to put the ball into the end zone. On that last play, Rick, that was one of the few times on this first drive that Dos Pueblos actually had someone in Spencer's face. Mark Weymouth with a good rush, but Spencer got the ball away, and as you said, a very nice catch by Jimenez, and then he took it the distance for the Dons score. 7-0. Santa Barbara ready to kick off. This was Alfredo Marino, and he puts the ball in play. It'll be taken by Rafael Haro at the 10. Up the right side, Haro still on his feet, and finally dragged down at the 33, maybe the 34-yard line.
I told you Haro was tough. He just goes right into there, plows. He has one of those guys who really doesn't care about his body when he puts the shoulder pads on, and that's what you want to see if you're a coach.
Art Macias on the stop for Santa Barbara. Goleta Sports Center reminds you that along with football, there's a lot of soccer going on right now, and ski season is about to start. So keep Goleta Sports Center in mind. It's Soccer Central. And for skiing, from rental equipment to clothing, it's the Goleta Sports Center for the whole family. Goleta Sports Center on Calle Real. First and 10, Chargers from the 34. Gonzalez set to pass, and it's going to be way out of bounds down the right side. Adolfo Corral, the intended receiver for Dos Pueblos.
And they go to the air right away. That is their best offensive weapon, the passing attack. Gonzalez is a tough customer. Has 1,230 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. But he's shown a lot of poise on this 1-8 club. He stands in the pocket, and he's been taking a beating this year, but you don't hear many complaints from him. He puts his helmet on, puts his pads on, just tries to do the best he can, and he's really a good quarterback.
The senior quarterback had his streak of 100-yard passing games snapped last week. He had 6 games in a row of over 100 yards, had 86 against Rio Mesa. Second and 10 from the 34. Gonzalez flushed out of the pocket, now throws, and once again down the right sideline, incomplete. That was Dan Pena. We'll be calling his name quite a bit this evening, as we mentioned Gonzalez's favorite target.
So we take a look at the replay. One thing that seems to be pretty good right now for the Chargers is Gonzalez is getting enough time. There he had to come out of the pocket, but you know, he had time to take a look down the field. It was good downfield coverage. That's one of those plays where the DBs do their job for Santa Barbara, but as we saw in the first game on Cox, when he had no time at all against San Marcos and got sacked 5 times.
The Royals with 4 linebackers instituting the blitz. The Dons usually go with the 5-2, so that could be a difference. Third and 10 from the 34. Dos Pueblos trying to pick up a first down, and they do with their money man, Pena. Bounces off one man and secures the ball right near the midfield stripe. Nice play by Dan Pena as the Chargers get their initial first down of the evening.
And it's real nice to see the Chargers pick that up because they needed that badly, John. And let's take a look at the starting lineup on your screen there for the Chargers. Armando Gonzalez and Odenarth, Weymouth, Pena, the wide receiver, comes in there with 702 yards and 6 touchdowns. He is dangerous. 2 tight ends, Harris and Hernandez, both play the bookends there, block very well. You don't see him catching too many passes.
On first down from the 48, this is Sid Odenareth. His given name is Sidithet, but we'll call him Sid for the balance of the evening. Odenareth, as you mentioned on the pregame show, with 146 yards last week against Rio Mesa and 2 touchdowns. Sidithet Odenareth, actually. But he had a 60-yard touchdown last week against Rio Mesa and his first 100-yard game.
You take a look at the Dons defense on there, John, and the linebacker, K.C. Cloud, he's the anchor there. He's the guy who puts the pads on people.
Second down and 6 from the Don 47 with just under 7 minutes to play, and on the draw that never really developed. A pair of Dons in there led by Todd Flannery, the inside linebacker who is seeing some action, a junior. But really no room there for Weymouth.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. He just kind of plowed it into the line there, and DP needs to get that running game established. They have to make the Dons defensive players, they have to keep them honest. If they keep going to the air every play, it's going to be a long night. They have to get something going on the ground to open it up for Pena and company.
Well, the Chargers only averaging 2.3 yards per carry this season, so that makes it tough to move the chains at times. 3rd and 8, Gonzalez to the air for Pena, and it's knocked away. Nice play by Santa Barbara.
That was a great defensive play. Almost looked like Pena was going to catch it, and then the Santa Barbara Dons defender came back and slapped it away. So take a look at the instant replay. 3 players going out for the pass there, and he tries to find Pena, and right there, just gets his hand on the ball.
I'd like to tell you who he is, but he, once again, is not listed on the Santa Barbara High School program. That could be Jay Baitner, for all we know, making the great defensive play. The Dons suiting up numerous players and simply not enough room on the program. 4th down, this is Haro to punt, and he'll be punting to Ray Walker. Walker from the 20 breaks free to the left side with good moves up the sideline. Right near the 40-yard line, and he gets nailed out of bounds.
Haro gave him a nice elbow, and Walker with some momentum and speed couldn't really stop, and he goes into the DP Gatorade bottles over there, but he comes up looking okay as he will go out. And once again, Adrian Hernandez will be the tailback for the Dons.
Well, you don't expect a punter to make the tackle with such force, but as we know, with a limited squad, Haro playing defensive back and doing a lot of things for the Chargers. 1st and 10 from the 38. Spencer on the quick out to Bolden, and he has stood up right away, and here comes a host of Chargers to bring him down. Initial hit by Dan Rice on the coverage.
Rice really keeping Turlando in check. He knows he has that explosive speed, so he's staying about 5-7 yards off the ball. You got to watch that stop and go. You got to think they're setting that up with the short pass. Sooner or later, the Dons are going to connect with that one.
Dos Pueblos goes with an all-senior offense. Their secondary, however, 3 juniors and 1 sophomore, so they will be tested, and with good reason. 2nd down and 3 from the 45. This is Adrian Hernandez with a lot of room to run into Dos Pueblos territory and down to the 37-yard line. Once again, Dan Rice on the stop for the Chargers.
And once again, the running game of the Dons is what's going on the field right now. They are establishing the run. They are just mowing the Chargers down, John. And it's working. Look at that. He has nobody touch him. He's into the secondary, lickety split, and he just takes it out, and they have great field position. 1st and 10, trying to go up by more.
A gain of 18 for Hernandez, and this time it's Ray Walker up the middle, and he's got room to run. Spinning and spinning down near the 20-yard line. Rice again in there, along with number 20, Rich Honold, the 5'8", 210-pound linebacker. But the Dons, Rick, they are blowing it up the gut early and with success.
Absolutely. Adrian Hernandez, 4 carries, 41 yards. We'll try to get Ray Walker's stats for you in a minute. But Hernandez getting 10 yards a pop. So
1st and 10 from the 21. Bolden to the left, Jimenez to the right. But they'll keep it on the ground. Hernandez once again to the 15-yard line. And the Dons keeping it on the ground with success. Rafael Haro on the stop for Dos Pueblos after a pickup of 6 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
The Dons offense is a good offense. This is a team that's averaging 336 yards in total offense a game. And last week in their loss against San Marcos, they only had 171 yards. So you can see that right now they are gaining it on the ground.
27 carries for only 52 yards last week. The 2nd and 4 play, Jimenez once again breaks free for a moment, but is nailed by 3 Chargers, Gerard Rohde amongst them.
I don't believe that was Rohde. He's not suited up tonight. He has a knee injury.
Our spotter giving us 24. We'll take a look.
I saw Rohde in his Letterman jacket before the game, so I know that's not Rohde. And he's upset he's missing the crosstown rivalry.
First down for Santa Barbara and goal from the 7. Two-back offense.
Nice.
And Spencer may take it. No, pitches to Walker, and he's going to go in untouched for the touchdown. Ray Walker on the 7-yard scamper around left end, and he was virtually untouched into the end zone. And Santa Barbara quickly up now 13-0 with the extra point upcoming.
And it's the running game. That's what they told me. That's what Lito Garcia said they would do. Just run right at him. It was a great fake to the fullback.
Well, Dustin Spencer can beat you so very many ways. We've talked about his passing skills and rushing the football, but he is a fine option quarterback for the Dons. Alfredo Marino for the extra point. Once again, it's up and through, and with 3 minutes and 24 seconds remaining here from Valley Memorial Stadium, the 7-2 Santa Barbara High School Dons out quickly to a 14-0 lead. Shades, Rick, of the Royals-Chargers contest here 3 weeks ago when San Marcos jumped out 14-0 as well.
Unfortunately, those Shades don't sit very well for Coach Hesselmeyer and staff, as once again, they find themselves down by 2 touchdowns early. And the Charger defense is definitely having their problems. They can't seem to stop the Dons right now, and they're going to be in trouble if they don't find something to do. This is a team where a lot of backs have had some big games. As we'll take a break from Valley Memorial Stadium, this is KCOX, Cox Cable Channel 8 High School Game of the Week.
Martini with Rick Stark. 3:24 time remaining in the first quarter. 14-0 Dons. First and 10, Dos Pueblos. And this is Sid Odenareth trying to get outside, still on his feet, but finds the going rough as a few Dons, led by Casey Cloud, the fine inside linebacker, bring him down after a short gain.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Santa Barbara Stone, where you'll always start with quality and finish with satisfaction. Santa Barbara Stone, always a major supporter of local athletics in Santa Barbara.
Well, Cloud in on the stop right there. Dos Pueblos starting with poor field position, Rick. That is something they cannot afford to have down 14 early. That could make for an awfully long night. Second down from the 17. Armando Gonzalez looking for Pena, and he's got him over the middle. Nice play. Very close to the first down, right near the 30-yard line. After a pickup of 13 yards, Art Macias on the stop for the Dons.
Nice play by the Chargers, just a crossing pattern. Pena, the money man, comes across only about 8 yards deep, and Gonzalez rifles it right in there. Perfect strike. Those two are really, really nice, positive stars for this Charger offense, and they are having good seasons on a 1-8 club, and every night they come to play, and you can see they're seniors. They want to go out with a bang.
91 completions coming in for Gonzalez. 45 of them have gone to Pena. Third down and a yard, and Gonzalez says that I'll take it myself, and does pick up the first down, a gain of 2, and that will move the chains out to the 32-yard line with exactly 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by San Marcos Bowl, your newly remodeled family entertainment center, where you can enjoy free country dance lessons on Thursday and Saturday. There's the Chargers spirit on a beautiful Friday night for football, Friday the 13th. Where else would you see the Chargers and Dons playing at San Marcos' home field, but on a Friday the 13th?
Well, I thought, considering the Chargers won their only game on Halloween, I thought maybe the Friday the 13th would do them some good. But down 14-0 with 1:20 to go here in the first, maybe that was wishful thinking for the Charger fans and students.
After the gain of 3, Casey Cloud once again for Santa Barbara. Pretty good crowd for this time of year. Of course, the Santa Barbara sidelines are full on the visitor side. They need a win and a Buena win tonight over Rio Mesa to put them in the CIF playoffs. 2nd and 7 from the 34, and right up the middle, this is Rich Honold, the bruising fullback. Eric Biddle right in for the stop, and the Santa Barbara defense is collapsing the inside very well on the run defense tonight.
Yeah, they are stuffing it right up the middle, and everyone's plugging the holes, and the Chargers need to try to push the Don defensive linemen back a little bit, but they are strong, and they have to establish the running game. Like we said, the Chargers, it's going to be a long night. 23 seconds to go before the first quarter expires. You'd like to see them pick this 3rd and 3 up. You got to expect Pena, but you need to see somebody else catch the ball, else they might start triple teaming him.
Well, they go with only one receiver, and on the 3rd and 3 play, Gonzalez didn't like the Santa Barbara set, and he calls a timeout with 9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 14-0 Santa Barbara. They jumped out on top, in case you're just joining us, on a 39-yard touchdown pass from Dustin Spencer to Armando Jimenez. Preciado's extra point was good, and the Dons went up 7-0 on their first drive of the night. And then just moments ago, with 3:24 remaining, Ray Walker skirted around left end, taking a fine pitch out on a fake option by Dustin Spencer, and he went waltzing into the end zone untouched for a 7-yard touchdown. Alfredo Marino's kick made it 14-0 Santa Barbara, and that's where we stand at the moment.
And they already have scored more points than they did last week, so Lito Garcia has to be all smiles right now. This 1992 South Coast High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Star Rug Cleaners, your best value in carpet, upholstery, and drapery care since 1921.
As we mentioned, Buena 4-2 with Rio Mesa. San Marcos can win this Channel League outright tonight with a victory at Oxnard, and
yeah,
after that it's a scramble.
They are a solid ball club offensively and defensively, and I think we can see them go a couple rounds in the CIF.
3rd and 3 from the 39, and a nice play to Juan Hernandez, still on his feet. Hernandez with the first down and much, much more into Santa Barbara territory, down to the 47-yard line.
It's nice to see Juan Hernandez catch a ball. He hasn't caught that many this season. As we take a look at the replay, comes off his tight end position. Right there, comes across, and Gonzalez, once again, he's always on the money, breaks a nice tackle. And like we said, he's a talented athlete, John. He also starts in baseball and basketball.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Santa Barbara 14, Dos Pueblos nothing. You're watching high school football on KCOX Channel 8, Cox Cable, Santa Barbara. Stark along with John Martini. And the first down, a no gain by Mark Weymouth. Dos Pueblos trying to establish the ground game, and right now, no success, Rick Stark.
Yeah, they have to get it going. Last week, Odenarth coming off a 146-yard performance, and they still lost by 14 points. But it did open up the passing game a bit, and they're going to try to establish it, but it's not working too well for them against the Dons here in the first quarter, now the second.
Second down 11, the ball spotted at the Don 47. Gonzalez to the air, and a nice play over the middle. That's Art Sislo still on his feet. And Sislo down to the 27-yard line after a great gain, 20 yards on the pickup.
Give the Chargers some credit. They're coming out here, they're down 14, but they're not, they're not throwing it away. They're playing good, solid offense right now. Their best drive of the game. Gonzalez on the money once again, a perfect strike to Sislo, and they didn't wrap him up. That was a great missed tackle there by Jimenez.
Armando Jimenez, right.
And he needs to grab him by the ankles and throw him down instead of just bump him with the pads.
Sislo, his 6th catch of the season. He's averaging nearly 12 yards per catch. That one was 420 and a first down from the Dons 30. And the pass intended for Pena, and there's going to be a flag. He was crunched over the middle by Mike Nuno, number 8 for Santa Barbara, right over the middle.
Yeah, you could call that one with the lights out here at Valley Stadium. He just bumped him way too early. And now the Chargers have moved the ball quite well here, John, and they're on the verge of scoring, making this one a ball game.
Well, that was a great pass right there by Gonzalez. That's why the interference occurred. If that ball is floating any longer, he may overshoot him, but the ball was in the air and on a line. And Dan Pena, we all know, is the marked man for Dos Pueblos. As you mentioned, 700 yards coming in. He has 6 touchdowns receiving. But right now, Dos Pueblos with a good drive going, as you mentioned. The ball spotted on the 15 with 10:32 to go before halftime. Dos Pueblos threatening here to get on the scoreboard. In motion is Pena towards the cameras. Gonzalez with the handoff to Sid Odenarth, and he is wrapped up immediately after no gain by the Dons. Big people inside. We'll see who comes out of the pile for Santa Barbara.
Looks like Eric Biddle, big number 73, coming from his tackle position. Nice play. And Sid needs to get it going. He started slow. He only had about 20 carries because of an injury, John, in the first 4 games. The last 5 games, they've been giving the ball a lot. He's had about 80 carries, and is coming on strong and is helping the Chargers here with the run game, opening up the pass game.
Odenareth with 6 rushing touchdowns himself this season. 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard gain. Looking into the end zone for Hernandez, just shy of the end zone, but the pass clearly overthrown. And Hernandez, using his 3 sport skills, couldn't snare that one.
And that's one that Armando would usually get. He had a man open and he missed him, and that's going to hurt. Coming up 3rd and 9. They're in field goal range, but they need 6 right here, John.
Yeah, field goals aren't going to help you when you're 1 and 8 and you're 2 touchdowns down. They would like to get the 6 on the board and kick the point. It's certainly early enough, and any momentum for Dos Pueblos right now would get this crowd into the ball game. To achieve that, they must pick up the 3rd and 9, though, from the Dons 14. 2 receivers on the left side, and he's going to go to Sislo, and Sislo with a nice catch.
We'll be close to the 1st down.
Inside the 5, it is going to be, I believe, a 1st down. We'll check the spot.
They had to get to about the 5. It looked like Sislo passed the 5, and they did, and he did.
Yeah, the replay will clearly show that the ball was inside the 5-yard line. That's where he had to go. See, he falls right next to the 3-yard line, so a pretty play. Sislo with 2 catches early from Gonzalez, both on this drive, and Dos Pueblos, with 9.5 minutes remaining in the 2nd period, is knocking on the Dons' doorstep. 1st and goal from the 4, and this is Sid Odenareth bulling his way right down near the goal line. He's down to the 1, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 1 for the touchdown.
J.C. Cloud and Sam Cuellar in on the stop, and they are knocking right on the door. And this has to put smiles on the face of the Charger fans.
3-yard pickup right there, Rick.
As an early blowout was in the making, but now if they can get this one, they might have some confidence to play with the Dons here tonight.
Pena, the lone receiver, but it's Odenareth over the top, and he is in for the touchdown. Listen to the Valley Stadium crowd applaud their Chargers. With 8:53 remaining before halftime, the Chargers are on the scoreboard.
They're a gutsy club, the Chargers. That's what I like about them. Just take a look at the replay. Nothing fancy, just off right tackle. Good cutback by Odenareth. And like I said, John, they missed him for the first 4 games. He's coming on strong here late in the season. And he gets the touchdown there. The extra point coming off. Gonzalez, quickie stats, 5 for 10, 72 yards.
David Feldhaus will attempt the extra point for Dos Pueblos, and that ball is blocked right into the line. Armando Jimenez rushing through for the Dons to thwart the extra point there, and with 8:53 remaining, now 14-6 in favor of Santa Barbara. That was Odenareth's 7th rushing touchdown this season to lead the Chargers in scoring, and it couldn't have come at a better time, right when Dos Pueblos was perhaps looking at the same result which they faced 8 times earlier this season. The touchdown brought the crowd back just a little bit. Now we'll see if the defense can hold Dustin Spencer and company.
Well, the Dons, if there is one weakness, it is their defense. And you saw it last week against San Marcos, and it's their passing defense that is a little bit shaky. A couple quarterbacks here in the Channel League had some big games. One comes to mind, Buena's quarterback Aaron Triana. He had a 338-yard performance, and Dan LaGreca last week threw for 228 yards. So you can't have success passing against the Dons. And early on, Armando Gonzalez and company, Sislo and Dan Pena are having nice games here.
Dons have allowed 10 receiving touchdowns this season and a 16 rushing. Now that was the 17th rushing touchdown of the season. So indeed, Santa Barbara has been involved in some high-scoring affairs this year.
Now they could put the points up to get in those. It kind of remind me of the San Diego Chargers back in the 70s, early 80s.
Feldhaus kicking from the 40, kicks a short line drive. It's picked up by Adrian Hernandez on the left side, and Hernandez corralled out of bounds by the fine special teamer Nathan Graybill, the 5'9", 150-pound free safety. He's only a sophomore, the only sophomore on the Charger roster, and we have seen him in a few games this season, very active and skilled.
Yeah, he is, and that's something that has to bring a smile to Coach Hesselmeyer's face, and he'll have him back for a couple seasons. A lot of seniors on this Charger club, though, John.
1st down, Santa Barbara from their own 45. This is Spencer handing off to Hernandez, who has gotten a lot of action tonight, and he bowls his way up to midfield after a gain of about 5. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5 for Santa Barbara.
5 yards a pop. That's going to win you some ball games. And the Charger defensive linemen, Brooke Harris, Juan Hernandez, J.P. Ramirez, and Antonuez, they have to start getting down and dirty if they want to stop this running game.
Now, this is a Dons line that outweighs them by a good 30 pounds plus. As you see another run by Santa Barbara. And that is going to be for the first down. Ray Walker on the carry for the Dons. Santa Barbara will just keep it on the ground and chew up some clock with an 8-point lead. Santa Barbara wants to avoid turnovers. Dos Pueblos has been opportunistic. They've forced 35 fumbles this season, but have recovered only 13, which is only just about 1 in 3. And with a little more luck, the Chargers might get some more breaks. This is Eric Holguin up the middle, bursting through, breaks through the secondary. He's going to go untouched into the end zone. What a dazzling run by Eric Holguin, 45 yards.
Great cutback by Holguin across the grain. That's what got him into the end zone. He cut back across the grain and scored easily, and he is showing good speed here as you see it on the replay on your screen.
Look at the inside blocking, Rick. Holguin right up the middle.
Here's the cutback. Gets away from Graybill. He cuts it across, brings it to the open middle field there. It goes straight down the pipe. And the running game of the Dons is looking excellent here, John, in the first half.
This is Sue Skandarian with the extra point, and it is just wide to the left. So the first female ever to play high school county football in Santa Barbara on her 4th extra point attempt of the season is now 2 of 4 with that miss.
And she's a story, definitely. One of the best athletes in Santa Barbara High School. A great soccer player. You talk to her diving coach. She thinks she can be a great diver. You talk to her volleyball coach. If she only concentrated on that, they say she could do great things with that, but she wanted to play football. It was something she always wanted to do. She said her brother went to Loyola High School, one of the top-ranked teams in the CIF in Division I, and she likes the excitement of getting in the huddle. And who can blame her? High school football is something special.
Multi-talented, also very popular with the students. Sue was on the homecoming court, was not elected the queen, but did participate in the halftime ceremonies at Peabody Stadium against Oxnard, and was in her nightgown or evening gown, very good-looking dress, and then put on the pads for the second half, so she can do just about everything.
I'm wondering how many high school kickers have ever won homecoming queen. It's a good trivia question.
Santa Barbara up 20-6 now with 7:50 to go before halftime. Good, strong kick taken by the Chargers at the goal line. This is Dan Pena up near the 20-yard line. Fumbles the ball, but I believe he's going to be marked out of bounds before the ball came loose, and the Chargers will retain possession.
And look at the balance of the Santa Barbara rushing. Ray Walker, 4 carries, 29 yards. Holguin, 2 carries, 46 yards. And Hernandez, 6 carries, 53 yards. All totaled 118 yards on the ground. We said last week against San Marcos, altogether in the whole game, they only had 53. So things are going well right now for the Dons, and the CIF playoffs are looking quite possibly as something that they will be joining.
Santa Barbara well on their way to their seasonal average of 330 yards of total offense, as the Chargers now will take over from the 21-yard line, down by 14 points. This is Sislo once again with another circus catch over the middle. Great catch. Going to be very close to the first down, a gain of 10. We'll see where they spot it. I believe it may be a first down, and it is.
Let's take a look at the replay. Sislo having a nice game, John. He'll be back next season, and he's a good one. And he might fill Dan Pena's shoes.
Big shoes to fill, indeed. Pena, a probable league candidate for first team All-League. That was a gain of 10 and a first down for Dos Pueblos. 2-back set for the Chargers. And inside the give to Rich Honold, and the 210-pound fullback picks up a short gain, and he's met there by a host of Dons.
We talked about Sislo. He has 3 catches for 40 yards. And the passing game of the Chargers really looking good right now in the first half. And you got to expect them to keep going to the air because it's successful, especially against the Dons defense that has trouble all season guarding against the pass.
Max Williams on the stop for Santa Barbara. We mentioned his name a lot last week against San Marcos. Had a terrific game. Second down and 7, 6:41 before halftime, and the Chargers looking for more. This is Pena, a double coverage, and what a catch down the sideline into Santa Barbara territory at the 45-yard line. Dan Pena makes it look effortless, Rick.
A solid wide receiver is Dan Pena. Like you said, makes it look effortless on the replay. Let's take a look. This is a beautiful catch. He had to turn around, and it's just a great catch. As you see right there, he just comes up, has his feet in bounds, heady player, picks up the first, and once again, the Chargers not giving up, fighting offensively here with the Dons.
Armando Jimenez just a little bit late getting over on the double coverage, but nevertheless, first down for Dos Pueblos at the Santa Barbara 45 as they keep this drive moving. Pena in motion. Gonzalez calling the signals in the single back set. Now running for his life, that's Max Williams, and he is going to sack him back at the 35-yard line. A loss of 20 yards, and oh, what a crucial play after Dos Pueblos was moving the ball so effectively.
No doubt, and that's a tough one for Gonzalez to take. He just ran out of time, and he tried to do a John Elway, spin around and buy some time, but there just wasn't much time to buy when 5 or 6 Dons are charging at you, and that brings up a 2nd and 27. Like you said, they were moving the ball. Now they are on their own 37, so they'll have to get something going here. Maybe pick up half of it and get in the range on a 3rd and maybe 13, which would be a lot better than a 3rd and 27, obviously.
Officially a 17-yard loss by the 6'1", 210-pound junior linebacker Max Williams. He'll be back for Lito Garcia next season. From the 37, a quick pitch over the middle. Nice little toss to Juan Hernandez, and he rumbles back toward the midfield stripe. Armando Jimenez, we've been calling his name on defense tonight for Santa Barbara, on the stop.
Jimenez has a touchdown, and he just might have saved a big gain there. If Juan breaks that tackle, he has maybe the first down on that catch, John. But great play by Jimenez, and he's a great player. That's why he made the play.
Hernandez, 5'11", 182 pounds. He's a senior, so this is his final game in front of the Charger faithful, and he'd like to end on a good note.
Gonzalez having a career night, 8 for 13, 110 yards, and he's looking very good here. He's a tough player. His father, the coach of East Los Angeles Community College.
Faced with a 3rd and 18 here from their 47-yard line. Gonzalez to the air for Pena down the sideline, and there's a flag out again. Double coverage for Santa Barbara. Mike Nuno, along with number 87, Jim Ricard, I believe. We don't have another number on that player, but definitely Mike Nuno.
I believe it's going to go against the Dons. Take a look at the replay. Nice time for Gonzalez once again. Didn't see much contact there, but they're going to call, I believe,
well, it might be a face guard, I believe.
Mike Nuno, like you said, and we'll have to see.
Offensive pass interference, a little bit of a surprise, but it is Friday the 13th. We saw Pena go in double coverage. It didn't look like any contact was occurring. It perhaps looked like a face guard, if anything else, but the referee saw it differently, and this drive, which was down to the 35-yard line of Santa Barbara, has been marched all the way back to the Dos Pueblos 32, so 47-yard swing with those last 2 plays, the sack by Max Williams and the offensive pass interference call against Pena.
And it's those kind of things that make you 1-8 overall and 1-5 in league play. Once when you're knocking on the door, you find yourself going backwards all of a sudden, and it's a tough thing to take, but the Chargers don't count them out. Only down by 14.
4th down and 33, and the Chargers will have to punt. This is Rafael Haro putting it skyward to Ray Walker. Slips a tackle just momentarily, but is down immediately at the 37-yard line after a very short return for the Dons.
Nice defensive play by Sith Odonara, getting down on the coverage and getting to Ray Walker before he can get those quick legs moving, because Ray's capable of breaking them big.
Tonight's South Coast High School football game of the week is brought to you by Ativo for Men in La Cumbre Plaza. They supply the wardrobes for the game announcers. Go down and see James and Amy and Tina and the gang. Get a great looking suit at a great price. It's Ativo for Men in La Cumbre Plaza. First down for Santa Barbara Our statistician Jay Baitner tells me that Dustin Spencer now with 56 yards to break Randall Cunningham's career Santa Barbara High School passing mark.
And I got a chance to talk to Dustin before the game, and I mentioned that to him. And like a team leader and like a quarterback's supposed to do, he told me he's not concerned with the record. He wants to get in the playoffs, and that's what you like to hear from your quarterback.
Absolutely. Stats are secondary, especially for Santa Barbara. A nice 22-yard run by Adrian Hernandez, followed by Ray Walker on the carry, and the Dons are deep in Dos Pueblos territory at the 25.
And Hernandez is making it look fun out there. I almost want to suit up. He has so much running room. He has 7 carries for 74 yards, and having a nice night is Hernandez.
And the Dons will be marching farther now. The penalty on Dos Pueblos, a personal foul, and that's going to take the ball right outside the 10-yard line, spotted at the 12. And with 2:52 remaining before halftime, the Dons looking for some more points on the scoreboard. 1st and 10 from the 12. Spencer pretended like he was going to give it to Saito. This is Ray Walker, and Walker is going to go in for his 2nd touchdown of the evening. Dustin Spencer was running shotgun with Kenji Saito. He pretended to give Saito the belly all the way inside the 10-yard line, and another great fake by Dustin Spencer.
Absolutely perfect fake. In fact, they were running together. Both of them had the ball. As you take a look at the replay, this is one of the best fakes you'll see done by Dustin Spencer. Executed perfectly. This is how they draw it up on the chalkboard. Hide it and then give it, and Walker has the open sideline, and you're not going to stop Ray Walker in the open field.
Well, I guess Ray Walker must have given some of his lunch money this week to Dustin Spencer and not to Kenji Saito. Twice on the option, he's found the senior running back with nice pitch plays, and Walker has pretty much done the rest.
2 touchdowns tonight for Ray. Last official regular season game for Ray Walker, having a nice night.
We have an official's timeout. There was a penalty on the play against Dos Pueblos, but that, of course, will be declined because the extra point was good. And with 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter, the Santa Barbara High School Dons ranked 10th in Division III. They're 7-2, and they are on their way perhaps to being 8-2 with a very, very thorough 27-6 first half lead against the Chargers. They look impressive tonight.
They certainly have, and it hasn't been anything fancy, John. It's just straight ahead. That's what they said they were going to do. They told me they were going to mow the Chargers down, and right now they look like a lawn that is being mowed. Those Pueblos, though, don't count them out. They're going to try, John, in the second half of this ball game to get whatever they can. They don't care that they're down by 40. Becomes a mini Super Bowl for them. They just want to score. They don't really care if they lose. They just want to prove that they can score. So it's nice to see the Charger team. They never give up, and it's hard to hang your, you would think they might be hanging their head at 1-8, already down by 21, but not this team, and give credit to Hesselmeyer on that.
Yes, indeed. He has them play 48 minutes of football, and as we saw against San Marcos when they were down big, they were still laying the pads on people, as you like to say, on defense. And you're right with Santa Barbara, it has been basic football. We haven't seen the halfback option pass that Ray Walker has used or any trickery involved. Lito Garcia using his height and weight and strength advantage to really just take the ball down Dos Pueblos' throats. Once again, Rafael Haro takes it from his 2-yard line. Up the middle, finds a seam. Nice little run to the 24, but he is met there immediately by Mike Nuno and friends for Santa Barbara on the special teams.
This telecast is brought to you in part by the Santa Barbara Association of Realtors, your local real estate professionals.
You're watching high school football on Welcome back to Valley Memorial Stadium. A beautiful catch and run of 29 yards by Art Sislo on the receiving end. And here's the replay. Look at Gonzalez, got hit on the back of the head as he threw.